Well, David, welcome to the new season. It's going to start on Saturday with the home game against Kidderminster. After the fans raised nearly £200,000 in booster budget, a fantastic amount, you must be really looking forward to the new season.
Yeah, it's an exciting time of the year when the new season comes around. I think everybody gets excited. It it seems an age ago, but really it wasn't when the season finished. It's a matter of weeks, and we've been extremely busy through that period, working very closely with Steve and Terry and the board, looking at getting the squad assembled, and using the boost the budget money wisely.
Are you happy with the players that Steve has brought in during the summer? Players like Pete Jameson, Jack Maskell, for example, Scotty Barrow.
Yeah, and Joe Lees as well. Joe's back, so I think we had I think you saw at the end of last season the core was there. The run of form that that Stephen, that got out of the players towards the end of the season shows we can compete with anybody in this league. And it was all about adding quality to that. And we've done that now. The players that ilk don't come cheaply, so we were looking to add quality to the strength we already had. And I think Steve has done a good job in doing that.
Steve also brought a brand of exciting football, didn't he? Attacking football. And he turned our home form around, really, didn't we? Because remember, we went through 2023. I think we only won about three times at home all year. But,
Yeah.
we doubled that in the last
Yeah.
4 months of the season.
Yeah, it was at the time. That's what people go to see. They go to see exciting football. I was always brought on exciting football, and obviously Steve played in some of the most exciting teams that Newcastle have produced under Keegan. So he wants to entertain. He wants to get on the front foot and score goals, and I think we've got plenty of that in the side now. But obviously we've got to keep things tight at the back as well. But certainly the form, we've we ended the season brilliantly, and I think we've been decent, and in pre-season as well. We've got what we wanted after our pre-season, which has been it's been pleasing to see. The crowds there as well.
From the chief operating officer's point of view, what's going to be success for Darton Football Club this season?
Well, certainly not to be in the mess we were last year. I don't think anyone wants to go through that again. So we're looking, at the bare minimum is mid-table, and then we can look up from there. We've got to have a good start. Injuries will play a part in it, obviously, and we've got to manage those injuries. We haven't got the largest of squads, but we don't want to be down at the bottom end. I'd like to have a solid start, see where we are at Christmas, and then we can pick from there. But certainly we do not want to repeat last season, and I'd like to think we're top half and pushing, and challenging. But again, it's a long, hard season with some very good sides in there, and we've got to take each day, each game as it comes, match up to the opposition, win the fight, and then go on to win the game. So it's it's going to be a tough season, but yeah, I'm a lot more positive than having seen the end of last season and the players we brought in. We should be able to compete.
Yeah, you're talking about it being a tough all season, 46 games, and there's clubs like Scunthorpe, Brackley, Chester, all in the league with us. There's going to be some proper humdinger matches at Blackwell Meadows.
Oh, absolutely, look at our first two games of the season against the two sides that came down from the league above. We've got Kitty first game, and then we went to Oxford. I think they've got I think they're playing a plastic pitch actually. But so we've got two challenges in the first two games that are going to, test the team. But I'd love to see a big crowd on the opening day of the season at Blackwell. See if we can get 2,000 in and get behind the boys. There's a lot of potential in the squad, and a lot of quality in there. So I'd like to think we start solid and get a good result on Saturday.
Yeah, it'd be great to start the new season in the same way that we finished the old season, wouldn't it?
It would, and that's what the preseason is all about, is getting players in, getting minutes into players, getting the legs going again, getting the lungs going again, and also trying some different shapes and formations. But I think you saw against Harrogate on Saturday, Steve went for his probably most experienced back four and keeper. We kept a clean sheet against the league side, and we were missing a few players as well. So I think with the first 11 out, and and strength coming off the bench, I'm hoping for good performance, and hopefully we can get at Kitty a bit and give him a shock.
Yeah. And most of all, though, David, we must build upon this air of positivity that's around the club at the moment. It's everybody feels optimistic and a little bit on a high at the moment.
Absolutely, everybody does the start of a new season. I'd like to think it continues throughout the season. The fans were brilliant last year. They never turned against the players. They stuck with us through thick and thin, and that was tremendous to watch. And then, as you know, they boost the budget in January, effectively save the club, bringing in the players for Stephen Terry that managed to get us into a fantastic run of form and turn the season around. Now we've got to start strong and build on that with the quality we've added.
Hopefully, we're all celebrating success come May.
That would be very nice. Yeah. Be a great problem to have. I'd love us to be competing at the right end of the table here and pushing on. But we've shown, on our day we can beat anybody. I mean, I was at the Scunthorpe game when we all know their playing budget and the size of that. It's probably 2.5 times our playing budget, but we outfought them. We scored good goals. We had good chances. We ran in behind. We on our day we can beat anybody, and that's what there's goals in this side, and we've got so many players who can turn the game. You're not relying on one or two. We've got goals across the whole front line and in midfield. So I'm hoping that we can give everybody a game. But it's about starting solid and getting a good start to the season, and then building on it as we get towards the dark nights over Christmas.